In the vast expanse of the Atlantic, a ship is sailing, but something is wrong. It moves without a soul. Its tattered sails flap in the wind like desperate hands pleading for help. This is the Mary Celeste. When the crew of the Dei Gratia approached, they expected a greeting. But what answered them was a chilling silence. Breakfast was still on the table. The tea had barely gone cold. A pipe still held fresh ash. Everything seemed to have happened just seconds ago. But there was no one here. 10 souls had vanished into thin air. This was not a shipwreck. This was a crime scene, and the ocean itself was the suspect. Benjamin Briggs was a man of the sea, tough, religious, and fearless. He brought his most precious treasures onto this ship, his wife, Sarah, and his 2-year-old daughter, Sophia. The fateful journey began in November 1872. The cargo, 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol. A volatile cargo, and extremely dangerous. The logbook found on board ended abruptly on November 25th. No final words, no SOS. Just routine coordinates, and then nothing. Let's look at the evidence. It defies all conventional logic. The only lifeboat was missing. This suggests they left intentionally. But why? The ship was seaworthy. There was food for 6 months. Why would a seasoned captain abandon a safe ship to jump into a tiny boat in the middle of a storm? A long rope was found tied to the stern, the other end frayed and trailing in the water. The theory, did they tie the lifeboat to the mothership to wait out the danger? But the rope snapped, or did someone cut it? On the captain's rail, dark red stains were found, and a deep gash on the railing. Was it a mutiny, or the blood of a giant sea monster? As the legends say, however, later tests revealed it was just rust. But the gash remains a mystery. For 150 years, humanity has frantically searched for answers. Did the crew get drunk on the industrial alcohol, murder the captain's family, and flee? But why leave behind valuables and personal belongings? Killers never leave money behind. Sailors of that era believed in the Kraken. Could a giant squid have plucked them off one by one without damaging the ship? It sounds insane, but in that pitch black ocean, who knows what lurks beneath? This is the most terrifying theory. 1,700 barrels of alcohol. In the tropical heat, alcohol evaporates. Pressure builds up, a massive explosion. Or just the fear of an imminent blast. Captain Briggs might have smelled death. He ordered a temporary evacuation. But then, a fateful wind blew the ship out of their reach. They drifted, watching their salvation get smaller and smaller until it vanished. No one knows for sure what happened during those 10 missing days. Not a single body was ever found. Little Sophia, Sarah, Benjamin, they became part of the ocean. The Mary Celeste continued to sail, but it carried a curse. Subsequent owners faced disaster, bankruptcy, or prison. Finally, it was deliberately sunk for insurance fraud, but its ghost still drifts somewhere in the collective mind of humanity. There are some secrets the ocean will never give back.